Hey, thank you for joining us. We are so excited to share with you some really exciting news. We're going to be opening up our children's ministry May 24th. That's this coming Sunday at our 11 o'clock hour. Now, we understand that some of you have children with risk, or maybe some of your children are in a home where the parents have risk or the grandparents are at high risk. And so we understand that for some of you, this personal decision would not be in your best interest. We also understand that some of you simply just are not comfortable being out and about or being out and about with your children. And we want you to know that that's okay. We get that everyone is processing this global pandemic in different ways. We understand that. But we feel like we're fortunate and in a very unique situation as a church, because we have the best thing going. We have the gospel, the good news of Jesus. And there are a lot of children and a lot of adults that will likely not hear about the gospel anywhere else other than if they were able to go to a local church. And so the elders, because of that reason, we have the life-changing message of the gospel. The elders and staff believe that we should avail ourselves to every opportunity we have to have the doors open. The last to close and the first to open, if you will, and I could not agree more. Even in these last few weeks where we've been open, we have had people come in who are unchurched, unconvinced, disconnected, people who are hurting, and we have the privilege of being able to point them to Jesus Christ. And we thank you for your willingness and for those who are volunteering to be able to prepare and make it a safe place and an enjoyable opportunity for us to share Jesus Christ with the children. Marley is our children's ministry director, and she's going to share with you some of the details and some of the specifics, and we'll continue to work these out as we go forward and grow forward, but thank you, Marley.
Thank you, Kurt. Mm-hmm. It's an honor to be here and to be able to share these procedures and guidelines that we've put in place. I did categorize them, so I'll go through them as quickly as possible, but as clear as possible. The first one is volunteers. We love our volunteers. We love that they have servant hearts for kids, and they want to shepherd the kids alongside parents, you. And so we just want to cover a little bit about that. We do have limited amount of volunteers that are coming. They are willing to come and serve, and so we will be wearing masks for now. That could change depending on new guidelines that come out and things, but for now we're wearing masks. We'll also be washing our hands as soon as we enter the hallway, but also anytime it's necessary. Check-in, check-out process. I want to cover that a minute. Okay. It's the same, pretty much. You will be able to go to the iPad, type in your number, and be able to get your sticker. The difference is there's only going to be one iPad, and it'll be the one that's on the wall, and it's because that case has a plastic cover, and we're able to sanitize it between each use. The big difference is going to be when you're waiting, if there's a parent that is already at the door to pick up or drop off their child, we ask that you wait at a safe distance away from them until they're done and they're leaving. You ask me, how will I know what the safe distance is? We'll have markers on the floor for you, and you just stand on that and wait. And then as soon as they leave, you're able to go up and drop off or pick up your child. If there is any time in the morning that you need to come back that isn't a drop-off or pick-up time, we'll be happy to help you. If you have a sick child, if you need to leave in the morning at some point, that's totally fine. We'll help you. But if for some reason if there's any possible way that it's not necessary, we ask that you don't enter the hallway. That just keeps traffic flow less, and people that haven't been back there yet stay out of there. That'll work out great. If it's necessary, we want you to come back. If you need to check on your child, we'll be happy to help you with that. Kids. We could not have kids ministry without kids.
We need kids.
So I want to cover some procedures for them. We are going to have them wash their hands as soon as they enter the classroom. in the hallway, and any time in between that we feel like they need to wash their hands, we will have them do that. They must be fever-free for at least 24 hours before they attend class. And along those same lines, they may not attend class if they have had diarrhea or vomiting in the past 24 hours. We're also adding a little new thing to that. If you or your child have knowingly been in contact with someone who has a confirmed case or suspected case of COVID-19 within the past 2 weeks, we ask that you not attend.
Yep.
And I think that goes without saying on the why behind it. We care about others and we care about you. We want to know that so that we can know how to pray for you and your child. But we also want you to stay home, get healthy, and keep others safe. If you aren't sure of the symptoms for COVID-19, you can go to the CDC's website. They have all of those symptoms listed. They seem to keep changing,
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to answer any questions you have on those guidelines. Last thing is sanitizing and more. So we will have hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere that it can be placed, it will be. So we are happy to be able to that's an easy thing to have around. So we'll have that. Gloves as well in each room will be provided just in case. And the big thing for us in kids ministry is having lessons to teach kids about God and Jesus and just the gospel. So what we're doing is we're limiting the amount of supplies that we have. And what we're also doing is we're putting them in individual bags for each child, and they will be pre-sanitized each Sunday. Any supplies that we can send home with you, we're going to send home with you. So you may have a lot of things piled up at home, art, different supplies that we can send home, crayons, markers, things like that. We will be sending your way. That just limits the amount of things we're cleaning, but also it allows you to have it at home. And we'll be doing that for the foreseeable future. Next thing I want to cover are restrooms and water fountains. Right now, the water fountain that we do have is going to be off limits to everyone. We'll have it covered and a sign on it. This is just a place for bacteria to have a party, and we don't want to have any type of exposure if at all possible. So we're limiting that. That's going to be off limits. We will have, however, for your kids, water pitchers and cups. Anytime your kid needs a drink, they'll get a cup. Next 5 minutes, they need another drink, they're getting another cup. This just kind of eliminates any possible sharing of cups. If we turned our back for a minute, Billy took a drink, but then Susie took a drink of the same cup, we don't want that. So we'll be implementing that as well. We are also not having any kids go to use the public restrooms. We have a bathroom in our hallway between the toddler and the preschool rooms, and each child will use that restroom. Every time it's in use, right after, we will sanitize it and go on with the day. So every time it's used, we'll sanitize it. And then we have food. Kids love to eat goldfish, they love snacks, but at this time, just to help reduce the amount of times kids are touching their faces, we're not going to have any snacks. This could change as guidelines change, but at this point, this is what we're going to do. And then also, lastly, is social distancing. We are going to try our hardest to social distance as best we can with our kids. We can do that by having social distancing games in place, which we will.
Right.
Simon says is a great go-to. And then we will also have little colored spots mainly for preschoolers who just have a lot of energy and want to run around. We will have those spots for each child, and that will be their spot all morning long. So whether we're doing a social distancing game or we're learning a lesson, anything that we do, we will try our best to promote them to go back to their spot. This will just eliminate the touching and the being close together. It won't be perfect, but it will be a start to what I feel is going to be a really good thing. So yeah, we have all of these in place. Again, we will, like as Kirk said, we will be tweaking and changing as some things may not work, some things might work, but we'll be working
So
together.
if somebody has a question for you, can you tell us how they'd contact you?
Yes, so you can email me at Marley at swccrowlett.org. Or if you have any questions for Kurt and Evan, same email, just their first names in the beginning.
At swccrowlett.org or Evan at swccrowlett.org. And if you would, be praying for us as a local church as we continue forward and continue to reach, teach, and multiply. We're just so excited to be able to continue to share the gospel. Thank you for all your hard work, for the team that you're working with, for the policies and procedures that you have in place, and the detail that you are going to be prepared the best we can under the conditions we have to really provide a safe environment. And so just want to thank you for all your hard work. We're looking forward to it. We're excited. There's nothing like having kids around and being able to invest in them. And so it's exciting to have those opportunities. So thanks again for all your hard work.
Yep.
Hey, God bless you, and we look forward to seeing many of you this weekend. And for those of you who are still unable to attend, just know that we are thankful you're able to live stream with us. We miss you. Can't wait to see you as soon as you are able. Bless you.